Your side at 4. Focused on you.
Right now at 4, the calm before the storm. Downtown St. Louis drying up after snow fell overnight. We are gearing up for another round of winter weather tonight. Good afternoon. I'm Ann Allred. Thank you for being with us. Kay is off today.
I'm Brent Solomon. We are in weather alert as snow could impact your evening and morning commutes. The Weather First team is busy staying ahead of that incoming snow for us. Meteorologist Gary Frink joining us with a first look at the forecast.
Yeah, good evening. It's been dry and even sunny at times today, and most of that snow that fell yesterday either immediately melted or it took a while to melt this morning. And then, of course, as the sun came out in some regard, the ground's pretty warm, and that's the main key message for us. The ground's still pretty warm and temperatures are not dipping below freezing by a ton. As we look at Belleville right now, clouds and some clarity off to the east. Overall, though, we're going to see this snow move in from the north this time. It's all mixed. We've got them moving in from every single direction, but I want to look at where the storm continues, and I'll show you a different view of it coming in about 10 minutes that kind of illustrates why we're seeing it move in from this direction. However, in central Illinois, that's where it's actually some pretty good snow is starting to set up in Champaign, and that's the type of those dark shades. That's where our visibility dropped under 2 miles yesterday, but right now we're starting to see a few areas that'll settle in. This is not going to cause any issues, but I think after sunset, that's where we'll monitor that as temperatures are still way above freezing. We're at 43 degrees right now as temperatures actually drop down to 42 with a west-northwest breeze at 13 miles an hour. And this evening, rain and snow start to settle in, but our key points starting at 6 o'clock tonight, we're now above freezing with some sunshine to finish the day as light rain and snow begins. Overnight and early Friday, that light snow continues. We time that out where I think the heaviest bands will develop and what we can expect for our commute Friday morning.
All right, Gary, we'll see you shortly. Go ahead and get the Weather First forecast right to your phone. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355.
To new developments in the search for a fluorescent woman. This afternoon, St. Louis County Police say the body of Marquisha Williams was found in Illinois. Her ex-boyfriend, Trenton Ivy, was charged with her murder. Prosecutors say he admitted to killing Williams during a fight last week. He is being held in Wisconsin on unrelated charges. According to court documents, when officers arrested Ivy last Friday, he was driving Williams' Jeep. Police found blood and some of her personal items inside. There is no word on when Ivy will be brought back to the state of Missouri.
Well, right now we're working to learn much more about a deadly shooting in North County. Around 7:30 last night, officers found a woman shot and killed on Lexington Avenue in Velda City. A man is now in custody, but no charges filed just yet. Investigators have not identified the victim or the person in custody.
A Fighting Illini basketball star has been suspended on rape charges. An Illinois athletics representative said Terrence Shannon Jr. traveled to Lawrence, Kansas on Wednesday to turn himself in, posted bail, and returned to Champaign. The alleged incident happened in September when Shannon attended the Illinois-Kansas football game as a spectator. Shannon has been suspended from all team activities.
Well, now to a story that captured national headlines. The Missouri woman who plotted with her boyfriend to kill her mother has been released from prison. Gypsy Rose Blanchard walked out of the Chillicothe Correctional Center early this morning. She was serving a 10-year prison sentence for the 2015 death of her mother, Dee Dee. The now 32-year-old said her mother was abusive and made her believe that she had muscular dystrophy as part of a medical fraud scheme. Gypsy's then boyfriend, Nicholas Godejohn, is serving a life sentence for the murder.
First, they were forced from their homes right before Christmas. Now residents who were living in a North St. Louis nursing home are having their belongings stolen.
Here's 5 on your side's Megan Kernan.
Residents at Northview Village Nursing Home had to leave quickly as the facility closed abruptly. Now thieves are stealing their things they left behind. The sudden closure of Northview Village on December 15th, with no notice to employees, residents, or their families, displacing more than 170 residents and leaving more than 180 employees without a job. Since then, Voice, a St. Louis agency advocating for quality care in nursing homes, says looters have been stealing residents' personal belongings, their televisions, things of value, and walking out of the building. The theft still happening today. When we arrived outside the nursing home this morning, a woman walked into the building attempting to steal stuff. But thankfully, Christopher Valentine, a former employee at Northview Village for nearly 22 years, was there to stop her.
Because I ain't like how she just came out trying to talking about like our boss is wrong. No, you in the wrong because you don't even belong here, and these are resident stuff. there are still people out here, they want their stuff. What she did was no call for. Real talk. You got to have some type of human decency out here.
All right, that was Megan Kernan reporting. Now, coming up at 6, we will hear from much more people impacted by this report. Stick with us.
This 5 on Your Side Cotton Bowl coverage is sponsored by Holland Injury Law.
Well, the Mizzou Tigers are getting ready for the Cotton Bowl Classic. Tomorrow night, the Tigers will take the field against the Ohio State Buckeyes, and our sports director, Frank Cusimano, is live outside of AT&T Stadium with the latest on this matchup. Frank, you're there for days. You're going to have team coverage letting us know everything that's going on.
A whole lot of excitement.
Yeah, it is really thrilling to be here. And Mizzou has a chance to have their most significant bowl win since the 1960s. And some legends have come to Dallas to see it. Everybody from Gary Pinkel to Chase Daniel. And one player who's becoming a legend right now at Mizzou, just after 2 years, is wide receiver Luther Burden III. What a season this young man has had. We're talking about 83 catches, over 1,200 yards. The pride of East St. Louis High is an All-American, and with a great game on a national stage, Luther could put himself into being a leading candidate for the Heisman Trophy next season. But besides his play on the field, I asked Coach Drinkwitz today about his overall impact for the program.
You know, to choose to play here, we've had other players in the portal choose to come back, and I don't think that would have happened had Luther not chosen to come here. And then I can't say enough about the maturity and growth that he's made as a player off the field. Last year he relied mostly on talent. Now he's relied on preparation, and when preparation and talent come together, you have an opportunity to be a special player, and that's really what's happened with him.
And Coach touched on that. He's not just a player, he's a symbol. He's a symbol to all great players in St. Louis that you don't have to go out of town. You can have a great career and become a legend in your home state. By the way, I talked with Luther's dad today, and he says, my son is a big-time player. He performs well on big stages. There is no bigger stage than AT&T Stadium and the Cotton Bowl with 80,000 people watching. Now, Luther's mom and dad will not be making the trip. Luther's mom has a health issue, but they won't miss a play on television. They're having a watch party in Columbia, Missouri. That's the story here from Texas. Let's send it back to the station.
And both Frank and Mercedes McKay are in Arlington to cover Mizzou in the Cotton Bowl. Look for their reports right here on 5 on Your Side.
We're looking forward to that. Still ahead, nurses return to the picket lines, striking against SLU Hospital when the two sides are set to return to the bargaining table.
It was destroyed in a massive fire last spring when a Del Mar restaurant is set to reopen.
And the scene of a gruesome murder demolished. The University of Idaho moving forward after 4 college students were killed. How the school now plans to honor the victims.